Hello, beautiful, wonderful, majestic souls of YouTube. My name is Dans. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you've made your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. However, if you don't resonate with this reading, that's cool, that's chill. Go check out my channel. There are so many other readings there. I'm sure you'll find something that fits you. Tripping over that, I had the biggest urge to say beautiful, wonderful, majestic Pisces of YouTube, because my channel before this was a Pisces dedicated channel. So there might be some Pisces here that have made their way to the collective, in which case a special hello to you. I am a Pisces, so I have a special affinity towards Pisces. My moon is in Scorpio as well, which makes me extra watery, extra truth-seeing, extra emotional. Let's see what the cards have. We are using the romance deck today. I'm not specifically looking to do a romance reading, but I just felt like a different energy. It was just calling out to me, and I don't usually use this deck, but let's do it. We have the Eight of Swords. Oh no. Okay, can I please get some context cards here as well? Whoa, okay. And we have the Hermit. I'm getting a lot of this like solitude and shame energy. Now, this might just be for like one person in particular, but as I see this card, the Hermit, it automatically makes me think of Harry Potter and the Patronums, like the spell that they would cast, and like that like energetic essence would be the thing that goes and like protects or defends, but also sometimes just sends a message, and sometimes like it's a very big indicator of like, you know, often love in Harry Potter, if you are familiar. So there could be a bit of that on your side. You might feel extremely isolated, but kind of hoping that your like purest essence and energy, like maybe that's what you're sending out, but like kind of keeping to yourself. We'll get into both of these energies. So let's have a look first and foremost at your energy, the Hermit. Now, if this isn't you and you came to this reading specifically wondering about someone in particular, then this could be them, but I am going to refer to this Hermit energy as you, and then you adjust it as you need. Universe, please, insight and information. I'm really drawn to this like cloak around the Hermit. This is why I chose this with the imagery. It's really like you cannot see any part of this figure, really hidden. That's the energy that you are inhabiting right now. Universe, please, inside information. It's like you don't want them, you don't want anyone to see you. We have Three of Wands. It feels like you are aware of like this climb. This like absolute mountain to climb ahead of you. Now, either you're aware of it or something in your world feels like you have to climb. So many things are coming in. So I feel like I'm sensing more of your internal monologue than is reality, but it's like, it feels like you're having to climb Mount Everest. It feels like you're having to like climb back up in your standing, almost like you feel like you maybe have fallen and now you have to climb your way back up. So you may have done something and maybe think that someone around you just thinks lesser of you, and you feel like you're having to climb up, and maybe that's why you feel like you have to hide yourself away as well. We have the Seven of Swords. You really feel like you've done something like sneaky, and like not specifically, you might not be sneaking around, like maybe there is an element to that, but it feels like you've done something really deceptive, and it feels like what I'm drawn to here is this shadow being cast over the wolf, and it feels like your shadow self has been exposed. It feels like there's a lot of shame and isolation here because something happened and the worst parts of yourself were put on display. And yeah, I can understand now why you're in this Eight of Swords. You're like hiding from the world, wanting to just, if you sit with all of the terrible parts of yourself, at least if you're isolating, you feel like no one else is going to get hurt anymore. Like you might be by yourself and you might be hurt, but at least no one else is hurt. I feel that in like my solar plexus, like right in my diaphragm, like that hurts. Like it just feels so, like my soul is hurting for you. Let's have a look at this Eight of Swords energy. Universe, please, insight and information. What do we need to know about this Eight of Swords energy? Hanged Man, King of Cups, Knight of Coins. Okay. You are trying to strategize like a way out. Like you are trying to strategize a way out of this little shame spiral that you are currently in. So we have that Hanged Man energy. You are the King of Cups as well. It feels like you are really trying to confront and be really forward with your emotions and your honesty. So we have the King of Cups and then we have the Knight of Coins. It feels like you're channeling all of that honesty into a particular, like I want to say like product. Like it's one thing. You're trying to put all of your like thoughts and feelings and honesty, like you're trying to channel it into this one thing. It's taking time. It's taking work. It's taking a lot of like slow, intentional action. But as much as you are in this isolated shame spiral, it feels like you do have an intention of, you know, journeying out of that and being able to move forward with a really unified sense of self that is backed by like really, really solid introspection that you've done and like brutal honesty, like the most clear-cut, honest version of yourself, the things that you didn't want to look at within yourself, and then everything that lies underneath that, and then everything that triggered those things. Like we're going deep. I feel like you might have been kind of tracing back through memories that go like back to childhood and then like back again to your teenage years and then to now and then back again, and then seeing the way that cycles played out, really assessing your behavior and like really looking at not just the patterns of the things around you or the types of people that have come into your world, but the way that you seem to react to that and the way that your reactions cause certain events as well, and where the commonalities are, where things are familiar. That's tough. That's a really, really tough journey to be on, and I applaud you for going through it. And I see your effort to move forward in this Knight of Coins thing. Okay. So as you are getting ready to funnel all of this into a product, a thing, one entity, you're putting all this entity and all of this you, like it's just you that you're putting into this thing. I feel like the question comes up when I tap into your energy of like, how is this going to be received? Because you are making this thing to be like offered. Maybe this is something that you're offering to one person. Maybe this is you channeling all of yourself into something that you're about to launch or offer to the world, or to like spark the motion of something like a platform that you're trying to start. a career move. Like there's something significant about what it is that you're putting out. And because it's significant, I feel like there is a little bit of a question of how is this going to be received? So let's have a look at that. Before we get into that, we did have the Page of Swords coming up. You are like actually, it feels like you're actually committed to take action on this. Not only are you preparing this thing, but you're like ready to move forward on it, whether that's like putting it somewhere or like giving it to someone or like launching the thing. It feels like there was a period of time where you weren't sure what to do. You weren't sure if this thing that you were making, if it was ever going to get completed, or if you even wanted to share it with anyone, or if it was just going to be for you. And it feels like now you're committed to like, no, yes, this is going to be seen now. This is going to be, we are going to move this forward into the light. Okay, so let's have a look at how it's going to be received. Universe, please, insight and information. This is such a specific reading. I love that. We love specific readings. Universe, please, insight and information. This thing, I don't know why I say product, but it just feels like an object. Not quite an object. That feels too like physical. But it feels like a one entity thing that you create. Anyways. All right. Universe, please, insight and information. How is this going to be received? That's a lot of cards that just came out. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Chariot. Fudge me. Whew. We have the World. I get so in these zones that I like, if something happens that's loud, I will get shocked. Also, your girl has PTSD. So I'm generally shocked and triggered at most loud noises, soft noises, gusts of wind, I don't know, like changes in tone, like it's a lot. Anyways, Two of Wands, Chariot, the World, Seven of Wands, Two of Cups. Okay. Okay, so there's a few different things that come from this. This is actually like you getting to this point where you channel all your honesty into one thing and then take the brave action of like presenting it to someone or to the world. I feel like this is very new for you. Like this is, I don't think you've ever been this clear with showing your internal world and like really owning it. I want to say like you're owning it in your own words, that this is your reality and this is your truth. And that step in itself, like not even the actual thing that you make and the way that it's received, but you owning your truth, owning your emotion, standing behind it and being like, yes, this is what I think, this is what I feel, and I'm okay with that. And then presenting that action in itself starts to change like your physical chemistry, your like spiritual self. Like you are in that tiny moment, like elevating into a version of yourself that can make decisions, can move forward. Like talk about creating a narrative that instills confidence and self-belief. Like this is one of those pivotal core times where when you do this, it's going to change how you feel about yourself and the safety you feel within yourself. It's taken a lot to break through this. We have the Seven of Wands here. It's taken a lot of effort because it feels like you have built so many walls around yourself to stop this from happening, or not to stop this action from happening, but to keep the rejection away. to keep the pain away. You've built so many walls, and in this action, you're having to like break down the walls that you built around yourself. And then when that happens, we have the world and we have the Two of Cups. You were wondering how this is going to be received. The world, the Two of Cups. We have this like gorgeous union energy happening right here. Like, I don't know how else to tell you. It's going to be received well. There's going to be a beautiful exchange of energy. I see closeness. I see intimacy. I could even see, a holding hands, an embrace. The thing that I'm drawn to most about these cards is that in both cards, we have the foreheads. I don't know if you can see it because it's focused on my face. The foreheads are like touching. I don't know if you've ever put your head against someone else's or like done a whole like, I don't know if you've ever done that. It's something that I used to do, and something I still feel when it happens accidentally between me and people. And some people can't handle it, but like if you put your head against someone else, it's like you're putting your crown chakras together. And if you've ever been in that pose with someone before, it is like a very, like it's fuzzy and it's intense and it's clearing, it's clarifying. It's intimate in a very spiritual way. Like it's not so much like a romantic thing. It's this very, I don't really have words to explain it, but I see there might be, for some people in this collective, a moment where you have that moment of really spiritual intimacy with someone, where your crown chakras like come into contact, and maybe you do this deliberately, or maybe this is just a position that you find yourself in, but there's this just fuzzy feeling that can come over you. And I could see that for some of you, you might end up in that position, which is great. If you're worried about how your emotional self is going to be received, for that to be an outcome, clearly they didn't reject you. Like your worst fear of being rejected and there being pain is like not what's happening at all. So it could also mean that there is an unlocking of your crown chakra and you are able to relate to other people, or other people that have also open to exchange energy with you like that and to receive you like that, even if it's not physically. Let's see what else the cards have to say. What else? What last words do you have for this beautiful collective before I move on to the Oracle card? Last words of wisdom and support as they embark on this like very, very big step. Very big step happening for you. Universe, please, insight information. What last words of wisdom and support do you have for this collective? We have the Five of Wands and the Fool. Okay. I love the Fool card in this. There's so many fish. There's fish and there's water, and I'm a Pisces and I just love it, and like a little mermaid. But there might still be a little bit of like internal struggle. But like let yourself be naive, let yourself be foolish, let yourself be hopeful, like allow yourself into a foolish state, which is obviously like, we don't want to be dumb and be making dumb mistakes, but like I think a big part of you is so afraid of doing that you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable, because you've maybe associated being vulnerable with being foolish, and they're not synonymous things. And in order to take this like big step and really own yourself, you do need to be vulnerable. You need to be open. You need to like let yourself stand at that cliff and be like, yeah, like let's see what happens. I've loved this reading. I know it started really heavy, so you might feel a lot of like weight on your soul right now, but like everything that's coming through is so, so, so positive. So I hope that if you resonate it with this reading, that like, I hope you hear this, you know, like I hope it finds you and shows you that like this is such a beautiful thing that you're about to, yeah, it's going to be a beautiful thing for you, beautiful for the people that receive your beautiful energy. All right, universe, please, last words of insight and information for the beautiful souls. Beautiful. Just keep saying that word. Is that annoying? I don't care. I am annoying. I'm annoying. And that's fine. That's me owning who I am. The great goddess, transcendence, divinity, Shakti. As I look at this, like the immediate thing that comes into my mind is there is like this divine feminine presence. So you might have someone that maybe that's someone that you're trying to like offer this thing to. Maybe you're trying to offer that to the great goddess in the sky. Maybe some part of you feels really small compared to this incredible divine feminine goddess. But what I am drawn to is this like rainbow pathway through the heart up into the crown there in that imagery. You need to open up this pathway. Like there is a pathway here, and there is a direct line to unblock it, and this is it. So I hope that you let this happen. I hope that you take the action on it so that it does happen, and I hope that you receive the gift of an open channel from your solar plexus, your heart, all the way up, so that you can connect with other people in a way that is just so unlike anything you have ever experienced. I love this. I'm so excited for you. If you resonate, then you do this. Let me know how you go. Please. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thank you for letting me tap into your energy. I really appreciate it. I've loved being in this reading with you. I will see you in the next one.